All right. It says
My
we are
cheese.
live and welcome everybody. We've got Mark Shelly back with us. It's been 6 months to the day exactly. So
Oh,
he's
has it been?
outside because he has a bunch of outside tubs and tanks. And I think the other day I said 11,000 gallons, but it's 1,100 gallons almost. So
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm having mic problems as well as my phone orientation problems. And so Floyd's screaming, he's gone into heat or whatever they do, literally big time. So I'm going to mute myself and Whip volunteered to welcome everybody. And then we'll get on to the presentation. Welcome. Thank you, Whip.
Yep, no problem. I was voluntold, by the way, not volunteered. So, hey, Wei, see you, Trash Cat, and Dragon Lair. How you doing? What do we got here? Jenny, Paul McCarthy, Uncle Smiley, Dennis Christian. I can't say it. Apparently, Bruiser. And what else we got here? A whole lot. Oh, got Alec. Alec is in here, and that's everybody so far. Ed, you all right over there? He probably can't hear me. He just dumped half his tea all over himself as we were going live.
I'm keeping an eye on my coffee here that Floyd doesn't do that. All right. So, Mark, I'm going to go ahead and blow you up if that's okay. And
Okay.
make you large on the screen so you can get to it while you've got light out there.
All right.
And for those of you that don't remember, Mark is a shrimp breeder extraordinaire, and he has lots and lots and lots. He has lots and lots of shrimp for sale, and most of us on here have his shrimp. So watch the links and check him out. And he also has shrimp outside now. So here we go.
Yeah. You want me to start off by showing you what I got outside?
It's your show. You do whatever you want to do.
All righty. Let me see if I can figure out what camera to do.
We're easy to place in here. Well, all except Ed, but we're pretty easy to place.
How do I do that? Change the camera. Settings, camera. Let's see, camera.
Susie's the only one that I know that flips cameras around by the pond.
Let's see.
I volunteered.
There we go.
There we go. Volunteered you too, Susie.
You got to tell your people before you do that.
Yeah.
This is my little guppy pond. And there's shrimp in here too. I don't know if you can see anything. There's a bunch of them right there.
That goes underneath the water?
Do what?
Yeah. Do you have a water GoPro?
No.
That would be cool to see what you got going on.
I do have a case, but I don't have that out and ready, and that's a pain in the butt.
Yeah, it is.
Is that a preformed pond or just a liner, or what?
It's just a liner. I dug a hole in the that one is like 13 years old, I think. But here's the shrimp farm.
Oh, look at your net covers. I love it.
Yeah, there's a bug net and a shade cloth
thing
on each one.
Oh, God, look at all that.
And this is the air pump. And then I have a quick connect on here that I can just hook it up, and every one of them has an overflow with just a hole drilled into it with foam. And so each one trickles in. Water will trickle in for like 2 hours, just barely. And so like this is the air line. That's the water line. And then each one has 2 lines going to it.
Now that fence on the other side, is that a neighbor's yard, or is that just like an alleyway walkway?
It's the neighbor's yard.
Okay.
Yeah. But you can't really see much in them now. I usually come out at night with a flashlight and look down in them.
Oh.
That's the best chance you can to see them. Like maybe by the end of this, it'll be getting dark, but
Now, how do you have them tight around the lip?
I made my own like elastic bungee cables.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, and then I put little nylon bolts in there to hold them in place. Like right there.
That's awesome.
So then it's just like greenhouse bug netting and shade cloth on the top. And then looks like look at all the spider webs. Ugh.
They might keep some of those things that jump in the water and make larvae away.
And then that's the air control, and then that's my valve for the water.
How long did it take you to set all this up?
Oh, I don't know, a long time. Because I bought all these stock tanks and they all had metal fittings on the bottom.
Uh-huh.
So I had to take all those out, drill it out a little bit, and put in plastic plugs for the drain.
Why? What was wrong with the metal ones?
You don't want brass, because brass has copper in it with shrimp.
Oh, wow.
I
I didn't even think of that.
I think they probably would have been all right, but I didn't want to risk it.
Right.
So I just changed them all out. Then I had to do all the lines, and I don't know. I spent weeks on it. The hardest part was because every one of these tanks meant a tank reset inside. So each one of these was a whole day's worth of work of sorting shrimp and resetting the tank and bringing them out here and getting all that going.
Now, how can you leave them out over winter?
No, not here in Indiana.
Indiana.
No.
Okay.
But as long as they don't freeze, they can live. Now I did keep them out over here. The shrimp that are in the guppy pond, they were outside all winter, but I put a greenhouse cover over it. And so the water got down to like 33, but it never did freeze.
Oh, wow.
And they lived. Got my little waterfall. It's just a little water garden.
And that filters your pond? I like that.
Yeah, it's a big 40-gallon tub full of rocks.
Yep.
And the plants growing in there, and that's what filters the pond. And look at these little mini cattails that are blooming.
Look how cute.
That's
Those are
awesome.
cool.
They're super cool.
Yeah, these are awesome. Now I think these are supposed to bloom. I think they're supposed to do it in the fall. But I think having a greenhouse cover over them all winter kind of messed them up, got them off schedule.
Oh,
Because like the sweet flag, that variegated grass stuff, it didn't like being under the greenhouse. It liked the cold, I guess, because it was slow to come back this year. I don't know if that's showing up. Some guppy swimming right there. There's the dogs.
and they don't mess with the ponds?
No. This is their spots. They sit out in the middle of the backyard and guard. One looks that way.
Oh, look at
And
that.
And this one looks this way.
That first one looks like my princess dog. What kind are they?
This one is Bailey. She is a full Australian Shepherd.
Oh, Bailey, look at your ears.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And this one is like half Australian Shepherd, half Border Collie.
That's what my princess is supposed to be. Yeah.
What a great mix.
Yeah. That does
She's
princess.
This is the smartest dog I ever had, but she is the most difficult dog I've ever had. She's not nice. She's kind of mean. Not to us, but to strangers.
Yeah.
She's standoffish.
I'm going to go in a different room because every time I unmute, Floyd's over there wailing. I was going to ask you earlier, what kind of substrate do you have in the bottom of the tubs, if any?
Nothing, just bare bottom.
Ah,
Here's my wife. She's working on her toenails.
Nice.
See if I can get back to this camera now. There we go. I think.
Now, what do you have to do on a daily and or weekly basis to maintain anything outside?
mm-hmm.
Right now, all I'm doing. Oh, let me make sure. I got to get the camera lens right in my shadow or the sun. That's
Yeah.
west. The sun's starting to go down. I do. Like I said, I have the weekly water changes, and right now, all I'm doing is quit connecting the hose to it, just barely turning the hose on, and it trickles, just a little trickle into each tub, and then there's a hole drilled in them, and the water just overflows into the ground.
So you do water changes in your tubs throughout the summer?
What was that?
You do water changes throughout the summer in your tubs?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Does that get you better yields or just be healthier? Or?
I've always done weekly water changes and everything. So
Okay.
that's the schedule I keep.
It rains so much here in Chattanooga.
Yeah.
I'm never adding water. I have to drain it like once a week.
Well, and that's the thing with shrimp, though, is because if it rains a whole bunch, your water's going to get way softer. There's going to be way less minerals in it. And so then you got to keep replenishing that with my hard tap water. Replenish it.
I put crushed coral in a pantyhose sock, and I drop a ball of it because it basically makes a ball, and I drop one of those in each one of my tubs just to kind of make it a little harder that way.
Yeah.
Does that buffer it from all the rain, Ed?
It makes because otherwise they'll just be super soft, and I want as many baby guppies as I can get.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I bet you got real soft water, too, being in Chattanooga.
Well, I'm really neutral. It's about 7.2.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, minerals, it's like, because the pH does kind of matter, but it's more like the KH, GH that you're worried about. Like if you have, because I know a lot of people that I've helped with that live in the mountains in Tennessee, they have like almost no KH, and so they have struggles with the pH jumping up and down.
Yeah, that's my problem.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Mark, for those of us who aren't familiar, where are you from? You're clearly, I can tell from the accent, you're from the South, but where from?
I'm in Indiana.
Oh, that's not that far south.
No.
So what do you do in the winter? Because you guys got to get winter there, right?
Yeah, we get below zero here. Yeah.
So everything comes in?
Yeah, I'm going to catch all the shrimp out, drain the tubs, turn them upside down, and set them up again in the spring.
What do you do with all those shrimp?
They go into my sales tank. All my sales tanks. You know, I have 10 tubs, and so it's like my blue jellies, the whole list of them all.
That's awesome.
They all got their own tubs, and they all got 2 or 3 or 4 tanks inside too. So when it's time to bring them in, I'll just disperse them throughout the tanks in the house to be sold.
Do you have any different morphs or types of shrimp than you had 6 months ago?
I think about 6 months ago, that was about when I got my yellows and my little red riding hoods and my blacks and my orange rillies. So I think I already had them though. I think I got those around Thanksgiving. So that'd been right around the time I got them.
Susie still has her shrimp, I think she got back then.
I do. I'm so happy. Like I've never had any luck with shrimp, and these are doing great. And they're in with my little exclamation point rasboras. And
Nice.
I did start getting a little hair algae, so I removed it all except for one corner, and they love it. Oh my gosh, they are always on that hair algae.
Yeah, my tanks are full of hair algae.
Like they love it, man.
Shrimp don't mind it. It's only us care about it.
Yeah.
So what are your temperatures getting there day and night?
I have out of the 10 tubs, I have thermometers, wireless thermometers, and 2 of them. So they're all, there's like a 1 or 2 temperature swing between them. But here lately, we've actually been kind of cool the last week or so, and they've been getting down to like 65 to 70 at night, and getting up in like the mid to upper 70s during the day.
That is cool.
Yeah,
What's the warmest that your guys will like face during the summer, like in August and July?
we can get almost 100, but usually it's like mid 90s is as hot as we get. Now we did have a day where it was 90 in May, and the pond temps were like 84, so that's not too bad. So
Do you
my
do
goal is to
any-
keep them under 90.
How do you do that?
The shade cloth is the key.
I was about to ask you if you adjust that or if you leave it stationary.
I've left it so far, and I have more. So if I need to put another layer on, that's 70% shade cloth, so it does a pretty good job of shading it out.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But
I bet.
before I got the shade cloth up, we had a warm day in April where it got up to like 75 and sunny, and those tubs got up to almost 90. I was like, oh. So the shade cloth is the difference maker.
Cool.
I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, substrate. I was thinking about that earlier. I've heard, I haven't tried it, that using white sand in the bottom can also deflect some of the heat out. I've never
Yeah.
tried it.
Yeah, I've never thought of that, but I imagine you're right.
Well, I've never tried it, but I've heard that.
I
Yeah.
spray
Yeah.
painted the bottom of all mine white this year.
Oh,
You did
wow.
what, Ed?
I spray painted all my tubs white, the bottoms, to
Oh,
help reflect the light and to make it easier to catch the guppies when I harvest them.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I bet.
nice. Very
Yeah,
nice.
them black tubs, they just get really, really hot. That's for sure.
Yeah, they do. Well, oh, did I ask what size tubs you use?
There's 10 of them. 8 of them are 110 gallon tough stuff brand tubs, and then 2 of them are the 100-gallon Rubbermaid ones.
Which do you like better, Tough Stuff or Rubbermaid?
I like the tough stuff better, but the Rubbermaid ones are better quality.
Ah, interesting.
But the tough stuff ones, they're not as tall, so they're cheaper that because they don't have to be as thick.
Right.
Because the Rubbermaid ones, they're tall and they're skinny. They're not kind of a pain in the butt for shrimp.
Where do you get those? I get my 110s from Tractor Supply.
Yeah, that's the same. You're probably getting the same ones I got then. Tractor Supply.
Yes.
Those things are not cheap, but they last forever.
Yeah, the 110 ones because the Rubbermaid ones are over $200 now.
Oh
but
my
the tough,
gosh.
I know it.
When
the
I got
tough
mine,
stuff ones, I got the tough stuff ones. They're on sale for 85, but they're normally 100.
wow.
And I had to buy. I already had a couple of them. I think I bought 7 this year, so that was a pretty big expense.
Yeah.
Did you tell us last time that you were doing the aquatic stuff full time now, that you weren't doing your other job, or did I confuse
Yeah,
that?
yeah. It's actually been almost 2 years now that I've been
Okay.
full time.
It's nice. You're living the life, buddy.
Well, I ain't getting rich, but I'm happy making
Yeah.
ends meet
Yeah.
for
Well, I
sure.
imagine you'll get some orders off of here. I hope so.
Yeah.
I've been swamped here the last few weeks.
Or I bet it's tub season and all that.
Yeah, yeah. It's usually super, super busy in the spring because everyone's afraid to order in the winter, even though they're probably going to be fine. And then people are afraid to order in the summer when it's too hot. And then so I get flooded. I get bought out in the spring, and then I about get bought out in the fall. And then
That's
it's kind of slow in the winter and summer.
that's a good problem to have, huh?
Yeah, Yeah. That's why I'm doing all these outside because I can't breed enough in the house, and I'm out of room in the house.
Oh wow.
Oh, that's great.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. So, do you have any specials right now, or any great deals? I know your prices are really, really good, guys. If you haven't checked out his site,
I have some. My prices kind of, it kind of depends on what I have on stock. So, like, if I have a whole bunch of something, it'll be on sale. I think there are some items that are on sale right now. I
okay.
honestly don't know. I think green jades and blue dreams and oranges. I think about half the shrimp are on sale. It just depends how fast certain ones go, and that's how I do my pricing.
Check it out.
Excuse me.
Now, as far as the tubs, because I don't have anything in my outside tub yet, what are your parameters running in there? For is each tub the same?
Yeah, they're all the same.
What do they run?
What do you mean the parameters?
pH and your GH and KH and that.
Well, they're all the same as my tanks inside. I mean, the ones outside are a little bit softer, but that's what they're all like. KH are like 10 to 15 plus, and GH are 15 to 20 plus. But that's what my water is.
Yeah, mine is definitely that. Mine are almost off the charts. They're so high.
Hmm Like, but that's why I do the water changes outside all the time because when it rains, I got to replenish those minerals that were overflowed out.
It dilutes them down. Rain would be
Hmm
good for mine though, with my tap water both being so high.
Yeah, yeah.
And like Ed said, we're at about an hour apart, I think, something like that. And my pH comes out like 7.2 most of the time, but the city water here can vary, so I check it every time.
See, that's another thing a lot of people have problems with is like water companies. Like sometimes they'll have um, like one place will suck water out of a river for half the year and then suck it out of a pond for another year.
Yeah,
And like where I live, they suck it all out of the ground because there isn't no big body of water. It's just cornfield and soybean fields as far as you can see.
it looks real flat, at least where you're at there.
No, it's flat as a tabletop. If there is nothing, if there's this concrete, you could roll a marble across the whole county. For real. Yeah.
Well, is there anything I just while I got you on here, I want to know if I did put shrimp in there, I got the parameters now and I got the temperature. So would I need to, besides maybe some algae, it's got plenty of stuff in it from being sitting there 2 years with no fish in it. But
I would be worried about creepy crawly predators.
yeah,
It depends, and then it depends on your flow and filtration and stuff like that.
I
Because
just
like
go ahead.
a lot of those little creepy crawlies, I did some experiments last year in the tubs that had guppies and shrimp did better than the tubs with just shrimp because I think the guppies eat the bad creepy crawlies that end up getting the shrimp when they're too little to get the shrimp.
Mm.
If that makes any sense.
So I could put some of my adult guppies out there and they might get some baby shrimplets, but they would get the other things too first.
That's the idea. I mean, that's my theory. I don't have it proven, but that was the results of my test last year that I did.
Bless you. Well, so what else do I need to put in there besides something for them to eat? What kind of structures?
Do you have like plants or anything in there?
Not yet, but I can throw some in there. I've got several planted on.
Any kind of plant would be perfect for them.
Okay. No wood or anything. Sometimes I see wood in shrimp tanks, and sometimes
Yeah, I'm not a fan of wood because wood can come with like a lot of that stuff you buy at the store will come with treatments on it, and it's fine for fish tanks, but it's bad for shrimp.
well, the wood that's in there has been in there for like 5 or 6 years now.
Oh, you're probably
It
fine.
should be okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're fine then.
They're talking about your shrimp. They're saying that those say orange, but they look yellow. So maybe.
She had mentioned she's looking for
Yeah.
Likes the yellow.
Yeah, those are
They're
some deep separation, aren't they?
they're orange. I mean, I don't. There's people that say the reds will look orange, but they look red to me. I don't know. Most people don't say that. Maybe it's
I'm
just
just
a
looking at
picture.
your picture. I've never seen it. It could just be that the picture on my screen looks yellow.
Ah, yeah, could be. I know on my laptop has real crappy colors on it.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking because that's what I'm using too.
Ah, yeah, yeah, that might be it.
Wow. Those blue jellies are awesome looking.
He does have some awesome blue jellies. He
Yeah,
always has them.
I've sold thousands and thousands of those over the years.
You
Wow.
must do consistent and heavy culling.
On some, yeah, on some lines you got to, but some lines are easier than others. Like actually, the blue jellies and reds are pretty easy. Now you got like the greens are hard, the blue dreams are hard, oranges can kind of be hard, but some of them are easy, some of them are hard. It's just the nature of it. That always trying to make them better.
What's the?
Well, they're cool.
But we love Bob's hearts. Oh God, they're having a big discussion about the stupid heart down in the corner. Some
Uh,
some want it on, and so I don't know. There's a little tutorial to take it off, Sam. If you'll send me that again, I'll try to take it off because it don't matter to me. I'll take it off if you'll help me get my screen orientation straightened out. How's that deal?
you know, Bob,
It's
the last time I did a little live stream just for fun and used my phone, and it was like that. It automatically did me in portrait. And
yeah.
that's the first time I'd ever done that. I don't. Every time I'd done it before, it was fine, and then it
Oh,
just defaulted to landscape, or defaulted to portrait. And I thought it
right,
used to default to landscape.
right. I
So
can't
I don't
get it
know.
out of it, and I have to manually change it. Like when I'm watching YouTube videos and stuff,
Yeah.
um, I have to flip it. Yeah, I have to manually do it in the screen. It won't do it when I flip it.
Oh,
Uh
so you mean like when your phone it doesn't orientate right?
uh no.
Oh, crap. Because mine was a YouTube setting. It wasn't my phone. It was a setting when you set up the live stream.
Well, you sent me the thing for the heart, so I'll get on that. But I do definitely need to get my screen unlocked. Have to barter with Huawei. He knows things, so that's why I have to get him under contract while we're live. Hey, Lucky Stone, YouTube is fun that way. Happy by changing your settings, right? Well, it's locked somehow. I know that you can unlock it because he helped me do it once before, but this time I can't get it figured out.
I
Can't
have
get
noticed that I have to turn it off every single live stream I do. It comes back every single live stream.
It goes back
the
to
phone.
portrait.
Oh, I meant that little heart thing.
Oh,
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 gotcha.
Yeah,
I don't
I have to
turn it
turn
off
it
on
off
my
every
phone.
time too.
yeah.
Susie's got to leave, or may have already left. She had to run, so thank you,
What?
Susie.
Susie.
Yeah,
Well,
I saw
I have
something
yet.
backstage, and I thought she'd already left a minute ago.
The only shrimp I've ever had outside were a mono shrimp. I put 3 of them out there because they were in a tank with a whole bunch of guppies, and I forgot all about them. And when I was cleaning the tub out, I thought it was dragon nymphs that were
Uh,
moving around because they were like kind of jumping in the mud, and I was like, I've never seen them move like that. It scared me to death.
oh. I tell you what, I get a bunch of hair algae grows in my pond. I just start pulling it out. And one time I got a handful. It was a great big giant. I didn't know what it was. I was like, oh my God, it's just a cicada. But it
Oh,
freaked me out. It was in my hand.
oh. Well,
Yeah.
the worst thing I found in one of my tubs was last year I had a squirrel drowned in one of my tubs.
Ooh.
It was so nasty. And
I bet
I mean,
that.
it only been in there for a few hours, but I didn't
Ah.
know what it was. I thought I didn't know if it was like a chunk of wood or what. But when I pulled it out, it had a great big snail right on its forehead. It was so
Oh
great.
yeah, yeah. They'll start in on it right away.
Sheesh. I was
Oh
lucky it
yeah,
didn't smell, but I took it straight down, threw it in the woods.
yeah.
Mark, Scotty's will be a vendor at the 2024 class.
I don't know yet. I haven't decided for sure. I don't know.
I'm going to have a booth
They're-
there.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I seen you walking around there last year.
I try to get all over the place.
Yeah. Me and the wife, we just we did the booth and then hung out in the hotel room.
Where were you at?
Oh gosh.
Because I don't. I mean, I walked around it about 27 times, but I don't remember seeing you. Were you in the middle,
Yeah, yeah. I was on the right in the middle.
like close to
Oh
the door?
gosh.
No, I was on the back side in the middle.
So closer to Keith?
Yes,
KJ? Yeah, yeah.
I was like 4 booths in front of him.
Oh my gosh. Well, I don't know if I said hi to you or not. I hope I did. I apologize if I didn't.
KJE,
Yeah. He was right on
Keith,
the end.
KJE, Keith. Yeah.
Correct. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I had to buy water conditioner from him because I had to buy the glass cleaner for my aquascape because I had stuff all over it. My aquascape, the last 2 years I've done that really took a lot of my time. And so this
Oh, I
year I'm
bet.
not doing that. Because I mean that's like 2 days worth
Oh
of
yeah,
work. It's like so
yeah. That stuff's
Just-
time consuming.
yeah, I'm just gonna have fun this time.
Yeah, we went there to work the booth, and I'd never even had a booth anywhere before, so that was my first and only time ever doing that. So I didn't really know what to do. I wasn't very good at it.
Be my first time too.
Yeah, yeah. Like some of these people, you can tell that's how they make their living is traveling to shows every week, and they got it down to science. I don't even know what I'm
Oh
doing.
yeah.
Uh,
Ed, I would imagine that you would be good. The times we've gone to different events, Ed is right up talking to everybody, and he's very social anyway. So
yeah.
I hope that I can go to an event that you have a booth there.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we might do it.
Indianapolis, you can
Yeah.
also do that in a day somewhere in Indiana. If you have, do you ever do a fish swaps?
No, I guess that's the only time I ever done anything.
Oh, jeepers! You should do a. I used to go to Indianapolis for the fish swaps with the club.
Yeah,
They're the
yeah.
Circle C Club.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm about 35, 40 minutes north of Indianapolis.
Okay.
That's where
Oh,
I'm at.
you're way up north.
Way up north.
You're not
Yeah.
that far from me.
Oh, where are you at?
I'm in Illinois, but I'm on the wrong side. I'm on the northwest side in the corner. But still, I mean that's. It's
Well,
not
I did go
far
to
away.
that the Quad City thing. I went to that once,
Oh, neat. And
I've been there a couple times too. Yeah.
but I didn't have a booth. I just went. Yeah.
If you're gonna do a booth, that one isn't a bad one to go to because there's people. I mean, you said you went, so you know it's a busy big one. Yeah.
Yeah, I went right when COVID was hitting. It was like right when just before it blew up, but everyone knew it was
Wow.
a thing.
Right.
And then like the week after we went, that's when everything shut down. That's how long ago it was that I went.
Yeah, so the
I
early part
remember
of
that.
like
I remember people
March,
agonizing.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
People were really trying to decide whether to go or not, and some didn't and some did. So.
I was living out of hotels for work back then, so that was a real interesting time.
oh, jeepers.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does have awesome shrimp. He really
I don't know
does.
if you can see that. That's Scotty. If you were a vendor there, you know who that is, right? He runs the Clash.
Oh yeah. Yep.
He's the guy who's like 6'2" and shaves his
Yeah.
head.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
chiseled build. Yep, that's him.
Scotty, I think a lot of people are jealous of you. I've been watching the grief they're giving you. So, same with me. People are always jealous of me. So, oh, it went right out of my head when I said jealous. I thought of something. Oh, I know you're set up outside, but are you in a position to show us any shrimps or anything inside?
Yeah, I can probably show you something. Let's
There.
see.
See there?
I don't know what's going on in the house. Let's see.
I've got a parrot in heat, so nothing tops that.
Now, if you would stick a corn on the cob into a tank with shrimp, would the shrimp come out with the corn?
Oh yeah, I'm sure they would. I don't know what it do to your water, but
Well, if you cleaned it all up real good, just for a video, it'd be awesome.
Got to figure out how to change the camera again.
Ed, I thought you were tying that corn on the cob to fluid being in heat. I was like, no.
Trash
There
can.
we go.
But you're not wrong.
There's some blue jellies.
Woo.
Oh, neat.
Woo-wee, look at that.
I love that color.
Did you have those at the Clash?
Yeah, those are one of the ones I brought to the Clash.
Dang it. I wish I would have paid more attention.
And then I brought the Blue Dreams to the Clash.
Something
And
up.
this is just a for fun mixed tank that I'm doing, but it's not just randomly mixed, it's purposely mixed. I can't zoom in to get a better view.
Are you doing a new color or a new morph or
Just kind of experimenting, where that's trying to make like I've made my own. I've never even really heard of them before. Bloody Mary Reallys.
Oh, wow.
My Bloody Mary just started randomly throwing Reallys. See if I can get over here and get a
There was
better.
one right up front. There was one right in the front.
Yeah, I don't have there. Let's see. There's one.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Here's a
I
buried
gave
one.
Bob some crappy shrimps like 8 years ago.
I still have them. Yeah.
Me too. I've got so many. I want to get them out of that tank because I want to put the vice sugar in that tank. I've got like 500 of them in there. It's a 120-gallon tank.
And
I don't
then
know.
here's
The vicers eat them.
my guppy tank.
Nice. Some nice sword in there.
Some Crips.
Now, what kind of substrates do you have in these tanks?
Wow.
That is black diamond blasting sand.
I can't get Crips to look that good to save my life.
Yeah, I don't do anything other than, well, I'll put let me show you. I put these underneath them at the roots and they go crazy.
Ah! Wow.
Yeah. That's the secret to Crips for me.
Okay.
I got a bunch of little yellow shrimp.
Awesome.
And then like all these tanks are empty. They're like my project tanks. And like all the shrimp that are in these are the ones that went outside. So there's not very many. I just reset them. So there's only like a handful of shrimp in each of these tanks. But here's some green ones. Green jades. They're really dark green.
I love those.
Now, can you tell
oranges.
me the different colors, of the Neos, like orange or yellow or green jade, they're the same shrimp, they just have different colors, right?
Yeah, they're all the same species, just It's like a guppy is a guppy, but the guppy can be lots of different things.
Well, I've never had good luck with the yellows, and I've got them from a couple different places, and I always lose them.
Yellows can be a little more difficult. I've come to find out, but not too bad.
Hi, Skipper.
Skipper,
Now, are
you're not.
those yellows that have like a white stripe down their back or a
Yellow
bright
golden
yellow
back.
stripe?
Yeah, they're called yellow golden back. And let's see. Got some black ones. Did water changes, so the moss is trying to float today. These are the Red Riding Hoods.
Oh, yeah, I see it.
Yeah. And then let's see. We got more Blue Dreams.
I really like the chair. It looks very comfortable.
Oh, that chair?
Yeah, I could sit in that all day long and look at shrimp.
Red cherries. There's thousands of little shrimp in here. All in the rocks.
That's
That's a 75-gallon tank. And let's see. Snowballs. I don't know if you can see any of those.
So, are
Another
you a
bl-
rock guy or not a rock guy? How do you
A
feel
what?
about
A what guy?
rock piles? You know how some shrimp people say you should have a pile of rocks, and then others say you shouldn't.
Either way, it depends what you're doing. Like, I have them. Like, I guess you call that a rock pile.
Yeah, that's what I noticed. That one you had rocks. So,
It depends on the tank. Like, now some tanks, you're in there always calling and taking shrimp out and catching them and that kind of thing. Did that work? There we go. And like, if you're always in there calling, you don't want the shrimp to be able to hide. And if they're in the middle of a pile of rocks, you can't get the bad ones.
Hey, Joey, we're taking a look at Mark Shelly's shrimp. He has some awesome shrimp.
Forgot. Yeah. I can't really go into the other part of the house because I'll lose Wi-Fi if I go over there.
Yeah. You got a bunch of shrimp, I'll tell you that.
yeah, that was awesome.
Ed was talking about the pile of rocks. I always thought that was one of the uses for those was primarily like for the little shrimplets to hide in, to give them another hiding place from possible predators in the tank. But
Yeah. Well, yeah, I don't have any predators in my shrimp tanks though, because. But yeah, that's another. Yeah, that is true. Like, it's good places for them to go if you have fish in there with them.
okay, Mark, why do shrimp not only survive but thrive with an electric eel? Are they impervious? Huh.
I don't know. Maybe they're too little that they don't see them as a threat or as a food source. Maybe they're too little.
Wouldn't they? Are they immune to the shock though? I mean, because they do light up. I don't know if you watch OFR, but they have a sign with the electrodes in there that anytime that thing eats, it juices the water. I mean, I don't know if that's not something that can get them or not. But
Yeah, I don't.
I wonder if they just don't even shock them, but still they shock things though. I don't know. It's a good question.
you know,
Jenny
they're not shocking anything in particular. I think that when they eat, they release,
some current.
current. Yeah, I keep doing the same thing over and over. Isn't that insanity? I think it.
Jenny Lynn said the yellows are a little more difficult, and can you explain a little further on that? Yeah, because she likes the yellows too.
Well, just genetics. There's different species of shrimp. I honestly don't know exactly, but a lot of people say yellow's like softer water. I haven't. I don't know. Like a lot of people keep
Oh,
yellows at like in like 150 TDS water, but everything else in like 200 or 300 TDS water.
that might be my problem with them.
And then like I've had this is my second yellow. The first yellows I had, they didn't die. They just quit breeding. I think they run into genetic walls. They might be more inbred than others. So I don't know. The yellows are the only line that's ever had gave me problems too, and I'm trying them again.
Very cool.
Joey says the shock can be felt within 2 feet, or at least I feel it, and they are everywhere in the tank. I've never heard of that before. That's awesome.
I haven't caught Joey's anything real recent, but I was keeping up. The last time I saw, he had his in a 180. You can correct me if I'm wrong, Joey. 180 in the basement, and I think OFR has one in a similar size tank. So yeah, they would definitely know that 2 feet in a tank that size, you should do it. There's not much getting away from it.
Right.
One of the neat things that the Tennessee Aquarium has is they've actually, at Christmas time, they hook up a Christmas tree to the electric eel tank. And so every time the eel does its thing, it lights the tree up. It's so
Nice,
neat. Yeah,
nice.
pretty cool.
I'm going to see if I can find anything about that. That's a real intriguing question. Maybe they're too small to catch the current. I don't know, but bug zappers kill bugs, so that would make sense.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't know much about the electric eels. Do they only shock when they're threatened or when they're predating? I mean, if they're not predating or don't have any threats, they might not be shocking.
well, they shock when they eat. You know, when they're grabbing stuff. I think it's just the natural occurrence. You know, that when they
Yeah,
grab something, they shock it to make sure it's not going to come
yeah,
back
get
around
away
and
on
get them.
them.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I watched the
Interesting.
National Geographic about them about 10 years ago, I think. Maybe it was 20. It was a long time ago. But I remember hearing that they electrocute so much throughout their life, they actually blind themselves.
Oh wow.
Oh, the fry their
So
eyes.
they end up
I think
going
I watched.
blind
I
because
think
of
there's a river
themselves.
monsters about them. That's what I remember saying
There
that. That's
definitely
about
is.
all.
Yeah.
That's all I know about them.
Hey, Surf
I,
City.
I wonder if,
Congratulations, Jody. I'm married. Getting married.
yes, congrats. I wonder
I
too,
typed it, but never said it.
you know how when things are eating, other things are always around, sometimes just to get the scraps or the droppings, but sometimes to take food away from it. You know, we all have fish that do that.
Hmm.
And I wonder if that shock while eating isn't to keep other things away too. It'd be a good way to do it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Christmas tree. I think I've seen that while we just the electric eel lighting up the Christmas tree.
Oh,
Yeah, I did.
is that from ours? I'm going to go to YouTube and check it out right now.
Yeah.
See if that's the Tennessee Aquarium.
Hey, Surf City.
Yeah, it is. That's ours.
Yeah,
Nice.
You're the man, Why?
he really is. He doesn't like hearts on the screen though. That's his only fault.
Well, they are in a way.
It is.
Well,
Although I don't
he's a
see it,
manly
so
man.
it is not on my phone. So I don't know where he's catching it. Because I've got
It blocks
YouTube
the
running
bottom
too.
words.
It's on the YouTube side, I think.
Yeah, but that's what I'm watching. I got YouTube pulled up. Oh no, you know what? If you hold it horizontal, it's not there. But if you hold it vertically, it is.
And I can't.
Oh, you're
do mine
right.
horizontal. Okay, so whiners, just turn your phone horizontal.
I'm gonna give you a whole bunch of hearts just for that. Oh, now I get turned off my live chat. Okay.
Beautiful shrimp. Yeah, they are.
Thank you.
I really, really love your blues. I might try those, but I need to figure out my water parameters first.
Yeah, I usually recommend if you're new or haven't struggled with them to get Skittles or something to do good before you get expensive ones.
That's what I
why
got to do. bought some. I think I bought 10 for 20 at a local swap, and they didn't make it 24 hours in my water, so I've changed over to the water you can buy at the grocery store. You buy the
Yeah.
5-gallon. It's
Yeah.
spring water or something. So I've been using that, but I've been chicken to put them in there because I I don't want to be the reason why shrimp were alive yesterday and I killed them today.
Yeah.
Uh, that's what I got last time. I'm sorry, Ed. Go ahead.
No, no. Well, I was just gonna say I got some blue bolts last year at the Clash, and I don't want to set up my. Oh, hey, Eduardo. I haven't set up my RO system yet,
Hmm.
so I've just been buying distilled water.
Yeah.
Is that a bad thing to do?
Have
I just
Have you
buy
been?
2 gallons of that and pour it in there.
Yeah, that'll
But
work.
I'm growing. I've got this great big thing of hair moss in the back, or not moss,
Uh-huh.
hair algae, and I want to get it out, but I'm afraid of pulling out a whole mess of the babies.
That's the
Is it safe
problem.
to? Is it? Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. Nuts. I
I
hope you
mean,
say no problem. It'll jump out.
well, I mean, I do that a lot when I reset my tanks. Like when I say reset, what I do, I'll pull all the plants out and picking every little moss bit, little tiny bit by little bit, shaking all the babies off. And then I'll go through and pick out like the keeper shrimp, the ones I want to move on with the project. Then all the other ones will just big net swoop on through and keep scooping until they're gone. I mean, you'll never ever get every single one of them, but yeah, you just got to
Well,
be careful. One little bit of moss or algae at a time to make sure you don't have any babies.
they're the only fancy pants shrimp I've been able to keep alive for nearly a year, and I'm
Have you
just
had them breed
terrified
at
of
all?
messing it up. Yes, now that I've been uh, doing that distilled water, because I was just giving them the house water, and they got huge. They were the biggest ones ever. They were like
Really?
gigantic, and I asked Grant, Grant and Shelby, and I was talking to
Yeah.
Grant about it, and he was telling me that I should just start putting RO in there with them.
Uh-huh.
And I got
think
those
I'm
from
gonna
Maria
have
Z, and she gave me a whole bunch of baby ones, and they're so it's kind of
Nice.
neat, but I'm still afraid. I had Jen Williams gave me some of those. Oh gosh, the the jumping bean ones. They're black and yellow, neocaridinias.
Oh.
Well,
Hmm.
I just moved the tank, and it was enough to wipe them all out. And so
Wow.
I've always
Hmm.
been terrified with these stupid things that I'm going to kill them.
Like Neos, they're easy as can be, but for me, but like I said, with you having soft water, they might be a little bit harder for people with soft water because my pH is almost 8, and you can't hardly do anything to change it because my pH is so high.
Gotcha.
Yeah, don't be afraid to pull out, Ed, Huawei says.
Well, the only ones that do great are the stupid red ones that I got that I gave Bob like 8 years ago, like I say, and they're still doing great. And I mean, some of them are brown now. They've turned brown,
Yeah.
and they could almost
Go
be
back to that.
chocolate.
We're going to do a soft closing. We're not going to just jump off, but Kenny just went live or should have just gone live, Danica Aquatics. So, guys, if you're ready to go over there, thank you for being here, and we appreciate you. And we're going to end up here in just a couple minutes, too. So, thank you, everybody. And say hi to Kenny for me. I'm not going to make it tonight. I got to clean snake enclosures. Fun. That's real poop. Real poop. Not just fish poop. You can't suck it out with a tube. So nasty.
Real poop.
Real poop. The real deal. Um, and I got one that poops the size of a horse. It only goes like every 4 months, but it is horse poop.
Oh, gross.
I know it, but I love it. Well, anybody else have any final comments or thoughts or questions? Mark, any last parting words?
No, not really. I mean, thank you for having me. I always have fun doing this little live stream thing. I don't really do live streams very often, and I enjoy it sometimes.
I know you
Yeah,
don't.
you
And
were
that's
great.
That's one
Thank you.
reason it's such a treat, because you don't do them. So, and people always leave great comments that come back and watch the stream afterwards. So,
Ah, yeah.
all right. Thank
All
you
right.
so much. And we can stay on a minute after we end if anybody wants to hang out a minute. Not long, because I'll try and sit here an hour and talk and not go snake poop, and I can't do it. So, thank you,
I,
everybody. Thank you, Ed. Thank you, Whip. Thank you, Mark. And
thank
thank
you.
you, Susie. She had to leave a little bit early. And thank you, mods. And thank you, everybody in the chat. And thank you, members. Got some members, even though I don't do anything for you guys. I appreciate you. So we'll see you next week. And good night.
Night.